Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today we are in disaster territory. If you guys have not been paying attention to what's been going on at HBO Max, my god, I am calling this an HBO Max Bloodbath. The company that owns HBO Max, of course, is Warner. Warner just had a merger. They have not been doing well, right? That Warner Bros has not been doing well. They had like 50 billion, somewhere around $50 billion in debt, and they have now merged with Discovery. They're now going to be called Warner Discovery Inc. And so they hired this guy named David Zaslav. If you guys, again, this is just a recap if you're not paying attention. They hired a guy named David Zaslav. He's been coming into the various networks and all forms. People are saying that he's going to go to DC Comics next and start chopping there. But he's going around the company right now, all the different areas of the company, and just cutting like no tomorrow. And they did say a while back there was no sacred cows, and they even recently said, kids animation on HBO Max are not safe, right? We did see Scoob. Scoob was like the victim of last week, Holiday Haunt, right? That was going to be the next sequel to Scoob. It was going to be a bit of a prequel story, I guess, where it was like Scoob's first Christmas. And we're never going to get to see that now. And that's not the only thing we might not ever get to see. Also, was it Batwoman? Batgirl, I think it was. Yeah, Batgirl also got canned, even though it was basically almost finished, right? It was almost finished, and that's a reoccurring trend here. I've talked about a lot of articles recently where they're writing, even though shows are very close to being completed or whatever, they're just even some that are completed, they're canceling them, they're getting tax write-offs, and it's pretty wild here. So we've had a massacre. This is a cartoon massacre here on Variety.com. Let's read a little bit. Summer Camp Island creator reacts to HBO Max planning to remove series. Pulled like we were nothing. And yeah, I'm about to go through a list. Also, please note, my video from yesterday was about how they basically said there's no plans for Young Justice, which was one of my most anticipated things for HBO Max. No more plans for season 5. The show might just be on infinite, cancellation at this point. Kind of like Teen Titans. Will there ever be a Teen Titans season 6? Not Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans, the original series. It left on a cliffhanger. Did you guys remember that? Yeah, season 6 of Teen Titans on a cliffhanger. And now we have season 5 of Young Justice also on a cliffhanger. Although the creators did say they're never planning to end Young Justice. If they get more seasons of Young Justice, they're going to just keep setting up more storylines for more seasons. And that's kind of smart, right? That's your show can never get canceled truly if you keep the story running. Unless it does actually get canceled, which basically kind of happened. So yeah, we're in a dark spot here. A lot of things disappearing outright. It seems like they're kind of just they're doing a cleansing of their cartoons. They're taking, I've heard that they actually privated, if you go to the official HBO Max YouTube channel, they privated all the shows we're about to talk about, not just Summer Camp Island, not just this one in particular. Everybody's talking about Summer Camp Island right now because the creator actually came and spoke out against HBO Max and Warner Discovery Inc., as they're now called. So we got to talk about it. There's a lot happening here. Things are going missing. People are saying that certain things are going to be lost media. Apparently there's no DVD. I didn't know this. The season 1 and 2 of Infinity Train, which is one of the shows we're going to talk about here. Season 1 and 2, they actually have DVDs, so you could go buy them. But apparently there's no season 3 or 4 DVD of Infinity Train, which means it's just kind of gone. They pulled it off. They're going to pull it off HBO Max, or they're in the process of doing it right now. And if you don't have those DVDs and it's not on Amazon or wherever else you can watch it, possibly, some of these shows are just disappearing and they're becoming lost media. I don't know exactly which shows are kind of don't have any DVDs or Blu-rays, or I don't know which shows are going to be, potentially lost media. But thankfully, people are already backing shit up online. They are, thank God. Internet Archive, and there's various like Kiss cartoons or watch cartoons online. They have a great catalog where you could just go and watch these things for free online, and they still have it up, unlike HBO Max. But yeah, it's so interesting. They're just outright pulling shows. They're outright pulling them. It's bananas. I've never seen anything like it. And it seems to be a case where it's just like, if they just pull some of these shows, they're just writing tax write-off. Some of these shows, though, people are speculating that maybe if they pull the show off HBO Max, they don't have to pay like any kind of, I don't know what kind of fees, or I've heard other people speculate that like it costs a lot of money to host on their servers, so they're taking down the cartoons that are like the least watched. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We got to get into it here. So yeah, Julia Pott, an animator who serves as the creator on Summer Camp Island. By the way, if you want to know my thoughts on Summer Camp Island, I've never been a fan of the show. This is it right here, if you guys didn't know. I don't like the style. It creeps me out. It looks weird. I can't get into the show. It's just very weird looking. I definitely not something I would watch for sure. So yeah, I don't have a very positive stand. I've seen a trailer. I did a reaction video. I think there was like some weird. I think I did a reaction video a long time ago where I talked about how there was like some weird like wedding thing for children. It was like a gay wedding for kids in the show or something. I don't remember. It was something really. It's been so long. I literally don't remember. It's like they get married in space or proposed to or some shit like that. You guys go find that video. I literally don't even remember what the hell I was talking about that a long time ago. But yeah, I have no positive things to say about Summer Camp Island. But just because I don't like it, you guys are out there. You're like, Sandro, I love this show. I talk to you guys all the time in my live streams on Tuesday. And just because something isn't my cup of tea doesn't mean that you guys won't like it, right? You guys, a lot of the times, the cartoons I don't like, you guys really seem to enjoy. Well, some of you anyway. Yeah, but so we'll just say that this show is not my cup of tea. If you like it, 2 thumbs up, enjoy. Do you, So let's keep going here. So Julia Pott, an animator who serves on the creator of Summer Camp Island, has expressed disappointment in HBO Max's decision to remove the series from its library. The axing has been... This is the HBO Max Bloodbath, folks. The streamer confirmed plans to remove Summer Camp Island, and 35, what the hell? 35 shows are disappearing. Scoob is not happening. Batgirl, I don't give a shit. Batgirl can get canceled. But Young Justice, that one hurt. That one, ouch, that one hurt. And also, I did a video, I think it's actually launching directly after this video, where I talk about Harley Quinn. There's been some leaks about Harley Quinn season 4. So Harley Quinn is safe for now. Harley Quinn is safe. I also did a video talking about how Batman Caped Crusader, which is very anticipated, could be safe because on the same day, Batman Caped Crusader, there was another show about Superman, My Adventures with Superman, that got greenlit also. Those shows were greenlit on the same day. And if one of them is safe, then maybe both of them are safe. And I did go watch the video. I really don't like the character designs that they went with my Adventures with Superman, but that show is safe. The creator did confirm it in an AMA. The show is safe. I actually didn't see any other YouTubers, weirdly enough, talking about Young Justice getting weird. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe the news is too fresh, but I didn't see too many people talking about this kind of news, like that My Adventures with Superman is actually safe and won't be getting axed. But here on Sandro's channel, you never know what you get. So you get some awesome stuff, sometimes rare articles like that. So yeah, Some things are safe, some things aren't, and Young Justice was not one of them. So we're going to be losing 35 titles that are they're gone from the library. And again, we don't know why. Is it licensing related? Do they give out, I know with the comics, they get like a certain, what is the fee called? They get like a certain royalties. That's what, I don't know if the creators get royalties by, I don't understand. Again, some people speculated that maybe the server space for HBO Max is so much that by pulling these off, they can just not pay as much. Just start cutting some of the content that isn't doing well. Like, I honestly couldn't tell you guys. I'm gonna say it's for taxation. Really, I'm thinking they're canceling these shows and just writing them off on their taxes. That's my best guess. That's what I've read in other articles. But not about this subject, right? That was like Batgirl and Scoob. They talked about how, they could just cancel those and then, put those off on the taxes, right? Write them off. But this is a weird situation. Like, I've just not seen something quite like this. So, my best speculation is taxes. They just want the taxes back because they got to pay off that $50 billion worth of debt. And let's keep going. 35 other titles, including 19 more HBO Max originals. You're cutting the originals, my God. From its catalog on Wednesday evening. That was yesterday night. So this already happened. I'm so sorry, guys. It's not in the process of happening. It is. They're gone. Oh, shit. The butcher has come, and he has diced up the pig. We worked for 5 years to make 100 episodes of animation. We worked late into the night. We let ourselves go. We were a family of hardworking artists who wanted to make something beautiful, and HBO Max just pulled them all like we were nothing. Pot wrote, animation is not nothing. Yeah, I agree. You don't want to be seeing this, but like, guys, it's a double-edged sword here, okay, right? So if HBO Max goes, they have billions of dollars of debt. How are they going to pay that off and stay afloat? They had to make cuts somewhere. And would you rather the entire would you rather the entire library disappear forever? Well, they would probably be bought up, right? I guess they'd be bought up by like Netflix or something. But would you rather the like more of the library disappear, or would you rather that, hey, maybe once they get financially stable, and I talked about this during my Young Justice video, they never said the show was canceled. They just said there's no plans for season 5, which basically means that, it's canceled until we say so, So my theory here is that for the next like 3 to 5 years, they're going to be working very hard to get in the positive, get into the green. And once they do that, I think we're going to see like they're going to start bringing back everything once it's profitable. That's my guess. So I don't want to say these things are gone forever, because forever is a long, long time, but an eternity, some would say. But yeah, right now it stings. It's going to sting. It's like when you get into, I don't know, I was going to say an accident. No, let's not say that. When you get an injury or a burn. Yeah, that's I went to a barbecue with my family and I burned my finger. It hurts at first when it first happens. Actually, burns are kind of different, but usually when you get an injury, right, you feel the pain all at once, and then there's a lingering stain for a little while, lingering pain, and then eventually it gets better, and it goes, you heal. Not everything heals, of course. Not everything heals, but usually when you get an injury, it starts to heal itself up, like a cut or a bruise, nothing permanent. And I think that's what's going to happen here. It's like HBO Max is kind of an organism, and this is it took an injury and now it's healing itself. So that's how I could put it. We worked for 5 years, and it pulled it all like it's nothing. So there you go. The streamer's decision to remove Summer Camp Island from its library also carries the suggestion that the series' 6th and final season may not be released at all. Again, I think it'll come eventually. I don't think it's disappearing forever. I think it will come. It could take, like I said, it could take a few years for them to heal from this wound. Of all the goddamn debt they have. They have so much debt, 50 billion plus, or right around. No, I don't know. I think it's. I read somewhere 47, and then on another website I read 55 billion. I don't know which one. I'm just gonna say around 50 billion. All right. So they got to pay a lot of money to get back in the green. So I don't want to say this is gone forever. I don't want to say that, but Let's keep going. So it seems so the sixth season may not be released at all. According to the language that the series contributors are using, it seems that Summer Camp Island had completed a large fraction, if not all, of the production process behind the series' final 20 episodes. That sucks. That really, really sucks. We put a lot of work into that. Again, I'm not a fan of this show, but I know it hurts. Anytime a show, I just took an L with Young Justice. Summer Camp Island fans are now taking an L here. It never feels good, no matter what side you're on, you know? But yeah, we put a lot of work into that. Wrote Ryan Pequeen, who worked on the animated series. Pot shared Pequeen's tweet with her own followers. There you go. Wait, I am misunderstanding, or Summer Camp Island's last season not going to air? What's going on? And we do see the entire list, the massacre list. I have to go over this list. We put a lot of work into that. So yeah, we're going to go over that. We worked through the pandemic to make 20 linear episodes that are most beautiful working yet. That are our most beautiful work yet. Pot continued in another tweet, hinting that she would vow to explore options to release new episodes that have been produced already. I cannot wait for you to see them. You will see them. You will. I love the optimism here. You will see them. I will not rest. So she's gonna go bananas. She's gonna. It's a woman, right? Yeah. I think it's a woman. But she's gonna go bananas. Pot, whoever the. She's gonna go pot bananas on you. The news comes a little over 8 months after Summer Camp Island premiered all 15 episodes of its fifth season on streamer in December 2021. The series spent its first two series airing on Cartoon Network before migrating to HBO Max. So it started on Cartoon Network, goes to HBO Max, and then HBO Max has this is the big one here. HBO Max has removed several titles over the recent weeks, such as HBO Max original films like The Witches, An American Pickle, and Moonshot, as well as HBO TV shows like Camping, Vinyl, and Run. Removing the titles from streaming could assist Warner Bros. In cutting costs by foregoing lesser watch programs to save on residuals. Yeah, so I think that's what happened. Like when there's a creator, I believe they get like a cut. I guess that's what they call it, residuals. I thought it was called royalty. Oh, I guess it's the same thing. Maybe in Canada we use a different word. But I would just say royalties is what. So I'm assuming that like by just, they're taking it down and they're scrubbing it. They scrubbed it from the YouTube channel. They're going to be taking it down from like God only knows wherever else. And all we have now is piracy. You can only, some of these shows, literally, there's so many people talking about this massacre here. So I've seen some videos, and some of them said, some of these shows are literally lost media. There's no, if we didn't, luckily there's backups of them online. Like, like I was mentioning, some piracy sites still have them up. But if we didn't have these, they'd just be gone, which is crazy. It's sad to see. It's sad to see. So yeah, their theory here, they don't know themselves. They said it could assist Warner Bros. Discovery in cutting costs by to save on residuals, right? It could. They don't know. This could, I would say that's a likely reason, right? Royalties. But that's sad. That's sad that they can't. They're in $50 billion worth of debt. They can't pay out. They can't pay out. But I think that eventually, years from now, we're going to see a lot of these return. Although it remains unclear exactly how far Summer Camp Island was in production process of its sixth season, the situation resembles that of Batgirl and Scoob Holiday Haunt. I already talked about those. Two high-profile HBO Max original feature productions that were killed by Warner Bros. Discovery. And don't forget, just yesterday, Young Justice also got the axe, basically. Although they didn't outright say it was canceled. They basically just ominously said, no plans for season 5 right now, which might mean that it might never come, basically. But Young Justice has survived cancellation on a couple occasions, so we could get through that. Interest of reportedly taking a tax. Okay, here, sorry. Let me go back here. Two high-profile HBO Max original feature productions that were killed by Warner Bros. Discovery in the interest of reportedly taking a tax write-down. So those ones were for a tax write-down. These ones were either for, I've heard, like I said, some people said server costs to save on server costs. I think it's royalties. I'm thinking this is the royalties or what they call quote unquote residuals. It probably was for that reason. Yeah. Will they be able to get a tax write-off on all of those shows? I probably. They might be double dipping. Maybe they're not paying royalties and they're getting tax breaks. Holy shit. They could be double dipping out here, boys. Holy shit. But yeah, they need all the money they can get to keep afloat. You got to do it. You got to plug those holes so the boat doesn't sink. Whew. Despite both projects nearing completion, creative teams behind the projects have expressed shock and disappointment on the situation. Summer Camp Island comes from Cartoon Network Studios, et cetera, et cetera. And now we get to we get to the murder list. We get to the the absolute butchering here. These are the shows that are leaving. And granted, I'm going to go through each of these. So I want to give you guys a reminder on what all of these were. There's 2 different lists here. 35 shows. I think these are the cartoons, though. These are the ones, they rounded up all the animation here. Yeah. I'm going to go through these. So Aquaman, hold on. Aquaman, King of Atlantis. I did a review. It's a trilogy. And it looks like it really does look this garbage when you go watch it. It is fucking terrible. I did not like it. I did not like the animation style. It's basically like Teen Titans Go on drugs. The animation is actually better than Teen Titans Go, but the problem is they were very they wanted to make meme face. Like every face in this fucking thing is a meme, right? It's not a meme. It's like they tried so hard to make it a meme. That was what one of the big issues of this thing was. They wanted every character's face to look like it was from a meme, and it just doesn't work. Like when you're trying that hard, it backfires, and this backfired huge in my opinion. I think this was a train wreck. I did see this on sale at Walmart though. It was the trilogy. I believe it was at Walmart. I don't think it was very good. If you pick it up, I guess that's the only way to legally watch it now. But this is not one that I would recommend. I'm not sad to see this go. This was also made by the creator. Remember that Man Bun guy? I'm pretty sure this was made by that guy, the guy who did Thundercats Roar, which was a train wreck of its own. I wonder if Thundercats Roar got axed. I got to reread the list here. But yeah. That show is awful. Close Enough. This was a great... I actually just did a review of this one also. Close Enough. Close Enough. Great show. Great show. Family show. One of the only shows. We've seen how progressive and left-wing Hollywood has been getting in recent years. This was one of the only shows that had like a straight white protagonist male that was actually married, It was very rare. It was an adult cartoon. They were actually married. There was no, the main couple wasn't gay. Just a straight white couple, which we don't see it anymore. We just don't see it anymore. So this was like a very very slice of life show. It's a slice of life comedy show aimed at adults, and I thought it was great. And by the way, the final, I'll spoil it for you. It does have a conclusion. They don't leave it off on the best spot, but you could tell, I did talk about this show getting canceled before, but you could definitely tell that the ending, they could have done more with the ending, right? The ending leaves off in a good place. Bridget and I can't remember the brown guy here. They actually, the entire time, they were basically divorced, and in the final episode, they do get back together. So that was good. That was a great way to end the show, but we didn't really get closure for the other characters, which kind of made me sad. I would have loved maybe 2 or 3 more episodes to close things out. Just like what they did with regular show, right? We get to see them in the future. We get to see Mordecai, he marries the Bat, and oh God, don't even remind me of that shit. He should have been with CJ. Team CJ. Folks, how many times have I talked about this now? Team CJ unite in the comments. They always come back. Every time I do a video and talk about regular show, Team CJ shows up in the comments. There was also Team Margaret. And I'm sure somewhere there's a fringe weirdo who's on Team Unnamed Batgirl. Get the fuck out of here. If you like that Batgirl, go. There's the rest, there's the door. Get the fuck out. Team CJ for life. Okay, let's keep going. This is a long video. Dodo. Okay, so like I said, this was a great show. I would recommend it. Cartoon Network. What is this? Dodo? Was it Dodo? This show. Oh my god, I actually talked about this one. It only came out recently, I think. Yeah. Did this get canceled after one season? Jesus. So yeah, this show's gone. This show's already gone. I watched the trailer. I didn't think it was that great. It looked pretty bland. It looked pretty boring. I was not a fan. But some of you guys actually did tell me you watched it and you thought it was pretty decent. I don't know. I only saw the trailer and I was not impressed by what I saw. I said it was basically, it was pretty interesting looking. At some, like, it had some cool visuals like in the background here, but the main character seemed very boring, very stale. I wasn't too impressed with the trailer, honestly, guys. So there's that show. Elliot from Earth. This is a show I should have watched it at the time, but I watched the trailer. I did a reaction to the trailer. The animation here doesn't look the worst. It definitely has a style, a very Cartoon Network style to it, for sure. Well, I can't remember the plot. It was something like him and his mom get lost in space or some shit. I don't remember. I watched the trailer. I read an article about what the plot was going to be about, but I never watched the show. I never got into this one. I've heard mixed feelings from you guys. I did talk to you guys about this show in my comment section, and you guys actually said that there's another show from Netflix called Dogs from Space. This is Cartoon Network, right? Elliot from Earth. But there's a show on Netflix called Dogs from Space. I asked some of you guys, and you said Dogs from Space over at Netflix was way better than this show. So, maybe I got to watch Dogs with Space instead of Elliot from Earth. But, it looks interesting. It looks kind of interesting. Maybe if I was a kid, I might have enjoyed it. But why does this character look like he's from Brickleberry? What the fuck? Okay, he looks way better there. He looks definitely more expressive. The mom looks pretty good. I think she looks pretty solid. And I'm not the biggest fan of this dino. This thing looks like a Yoshi that took a lot of drugs and ate a lot of food. So there you go. Elliot from Esme and Roy. Do I know this one? I'm not familiar with this one. Let's type that in there. Esme and Roy. Never seen or heard of this in my life. This looks like a preschool show. I can't comment because I've never seen or heard of it. The Fungies. Oh God, no. I am not a fan of the Fungies. Okay. I am anti-Fungies. I just do not. This show is weird as all fuck, man. I am not a fungi purveyor. I don't like. Does anyone like the Fungies? Like, you guys have told me the most mixed things I've ever heard about the Fungies. It looks like a drug trip, man. It looks like something went horribly wrong. And the premise is just very bizarre with the dinosaurs and just a weird show. I watched the trailer. I made a video saying like what a weird show this was when this first came out. Infinity Train. Now this one stings. This was such a great show. I was very saddened by the cancellation. It went up for 4 seasons, and I'm sad to see. Like, you guys should watch this one. You should watch it. Like I said earlier in the video, I mentioned that season 1 and 2 apparently got a DVD, but 3 and 4 never did, which means that those seasons, now that they've been pulled, the only way you can watch them is if they're still on Amazon or some of these shows were on Amazon. I don't know why, but Amazon Prime might have had them on there, or maybe you could just buy something on Amazon. I don't know how the hell it works out, but some of these shows are just straight up lost media, which means you literally have to pirate them to watch them now. And this is so sad because this show was amazing. And again, remember Infinity Train? Like, I woke up in the morning. They said if you guys watch it at this certain time frame, really early in the morning, there's a good chance that it'll come out. I signed the petition to get this show greenlit, and it got made. And the pilot on YouTube was very good. It had like 5 million. It got up millions very quickly. They actually took the pilot down. It's down. It's not. Apparently, it's gone. Bye-bye. They're just hiding like all these things. My God. They're just hiding these things. I guess they don't want to pay those royalties, or they want to get both. No more royalties and you get a tax break. I don't know. The double dip. But this was one of the saddest ones to see go, and now you can't even watch the third and fourth season. Oh God, Little Ellen. I just talked about this a week or two ago. Little Ellen. I'm so glad this one got canceled. Hot garbage, absolute hot garbage. Ellen DeGeneres. I'm no fan of her. And of course, like I said, so Ellen is a lesbian. Of course, they had to have the rainbow up front and center on Little Ellen to let you know that. And yeah, I could not give a fucking damn about Ellen DeGeneres or her stupid ass kids show. So I'm glad this one actually got canceled. But again, you just can't see them anymore. Yikes. Mau Mau. Now this is one that a lot of people have been very sad about. I think Mau Mau was very solid. I'd give it a 6 or a 7. I saw maybe like half of the first season, and I never really came back. But I believe it's either season 2. I think it's the season 2 of the show, right? This show only got one season. Season 2, people have been waiting a long time. I believe it was on hiatus, and we don't know. I believe they even said the second season was completed, and it's never come out. It's never aired, which is kind of frightening, Will we ever see that second season? Maybe if the second season is really well done, I might finish the show, but like now we're in bad timing. We're in bad times here. So yeah, Mau Mau, poor Mau Mau fans, man. That show is so promising too. I'm really sad about that one. Not as sad as Infinity Train. Messi, what is this? Messi Goes to Okido. I have never seen or heard of this one. This has to be a preschool show. Yeah. Was this on Cartoonito? I don't know. Never heard of it. Mia's Magic Playground. Never heard of it. Might be another preschooler. Mia's Magic Playground. Yeah, definitely a preschool looking one. Never heard of it. Let me know. Anyone who actually watches these little preschool shows here with your kids, is it any good? Mighty Magiswords. Now this, I've had a lot of criticisms of this show. It is a very, very fast-paced show. It is so fast. Like, my God, is it fast? My God. The comedy, it's just too fast. It's too fast. I could not get into it. It was like, like when you watch a YouTube video and you put it on 2x speed, that's the entire show. It literally felt like the entire show took ecstasy, and there was a lot of ecstasy. It was motorboating right by, It was just speeding on by, and I couldn't absorb it. I couldn't get the comedy because it was so quick. I like the idea. I mean, I do love the idea that these two characters are going around getting these wacky swords. Some of them even talk, by the way. Some of the characters' swords talk, and they do weird and wacky shit. But like, the execution was not acceptable in my it's not that it wasn't acceptable. It was not up to snuff. I just really feel they didn't deliver on the premise here, where I don't know. I feel like they could have done like Adventure Time. It's a much slower pace, but it's a slower paced show where, the main character collects magical trinkets. Well, he doesn't always do that, but like sometimes they go on quests and they help people out, and sometimes they get little trinkets here and there. Like a new sword, right? Finn gets a bunch of swords throughout the show. And it was a much slower paced, a much more settling and mellow show. Whereas this show is just like, snap your fingers, joke, 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 action, joke, and it's over. I too fast for me to handle. I needed to absorb it, and I didn't absorb it. So I really think Mighty Magic was just not a good show. Mighty Magiswords, not a good show. I would probably give it like a 4 out of 10. I just did not think it was there. I did not think it was a good show. Odo. Let's move on to... I think I looked this one up earlier because I had no clue what the hell Odo was. So yeah, another weird kind of preschool-looking show here. Odo. I mean, it looks cool. The graphics look way better than some of the other ones that we've taken a look at for 3D. And is this 3D or maybe this is 2D? I don't know. It looks... I actually have no idea. Is this actually kind of looks 2D now that I get a better look at it? Yeah. I'm not sure. Cartoonist. Okay, so it was for kids then. Cartoonito. It doesn't look the worst. It doesn't look the worst for sure. There's a lot of detail that goes into the background of this shot for sure. But this is the title. This is like the poster. So I wonder if the entire show looks this quality animation, but if it did, that's probably why I got got the axe here. OKKO, OKKO. I have mixed feeling. I give this show honestly maybe a 5 out of 10. I just, honestly, it was okay. It was one of, this was probably one of the better shows of the 2010s for Cartoon Network, which is kind of sad that this was one of the better shows. OKKO was okay. Is the literally okay. It was just okay. It was not a great show, not an amazing series. Just okay. Just okay. Of course they have the very woke ending there where, all the what was it? They had like one of the characters was like non-binary. You had, Edith and Red Action at the end there. Yeah, they definitely went for, some nonsense with this show towards the end. Like a lot of these Cartoon Network shows, Steven Universe, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of these shows have been going for some kind of woke ending, or they just display it throughout the entire show. And I was not impressed with the writing of the show. I thought it was it's a kids show at the end of the day, right? Like this one actually felt like it was trying to appeal to an older audience, but a lot of the writing was just like not good. What was the other? What was the KO? Right? He has like an alter ego, kind of like how Naruto has the nine-tailed fox. He kind of has that like sealed away inside of him. KO here. He had TKO, that was his name, TKO. He kind of had a dark personality in there, and there was like one episode where I was really into it. Like TKO throws him off. He goes into their mind, and he throws KO off of the elevator shaft, and he falls. It looked like he was gonna fall to his death into a dark abyss. And I was like, oh my god, this suddenly got intense. This is really good. One episode later, they fix the issue. He takes over KO's body. Literally, the next episode, it's already done. It's literally done. Anytime there was a serious plot point, it was gimmicked out of hell. And of course, like I said, they go for the woke. Oh, how did I almost forget? Whatever. His literal father. His own father ends up with his main villain. Yeah. Boxman, his dad ends up being gay with Boxman. What fucking garbage there. Half of the, what are you telling me? Like 90% of the characters in this show were fucking not straight. Like, how do they even have a population at this point? What nonsense, man. I just, OKKO, I'll literally give it the most underwhelming 5 out of 10 ever possible. There was some great action scenes. Some of the characters were pretty good. I thought some of the robots were pretty. Cheryl, I like Cheryl. Cheryl and Boxman were good until they started going down the dark rabbit hole. That's the first batch. And then we get the Ollie and Moon Show. Let's take a look at that one. So yeah, OKKO, 5 out of 10. Never heard or seen. I've not heard of this one, not seen it. I can't comment. The Ollie and Moon Show looks interesting. Is this Cartoonito? I don't know. But that looks like Gary the Snail. What the heck? But yeah, I can't comment on that one. Pac-Man. Weirdly enough, I've seen like every episode of the first two. Was it first season or? Well, I can't remember. I watched a bunch of. I watched this show. I can't believe I actually sat down and watched the show. The stupid ass theme song. Pac's our hero. Pac just can't be beat. Oh my god. What a wacky. That theme song is wacky, man. I don't know. It does not sound right to me. But it's okay. Weirdly, it's like an earworm where like it sometimes just pops into my mind. I don't know why. Stupid ass theme song. But yeah, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. It wasn't the worst show. I might give it a 4. Just like, I think OKKO was definitely better than this show. Probably, yeah. This show was just very, there. It was definitely one of the most shows of all time. Just a 4. Just very mediocre. Just very, nothing really got me into it. Like, I don't know. I was just watching it because I was like, okay, a Pac-Man show. Where does this go? I kind of wanted to know where it or where it was going. And, I mean, maybe it got better after the first or second. I can't. I think I watched the first 2 seasons, and there was like an overarching. There was that like the red guy. There was like the red ghost that was like the underworld guy. It did have like a story, but like I don't know if I was like the most into it. It was it's just fucking Pac-Man. Like, so I did watch it though. I did watch it. Some Sesame Street. Everybody knows what Sesame Street is. I'm not gonna go over that one. Summer Camp Island. We already talked about this, but just to get a reminder of what the hell Summer Camp Island is. Yeah, it's that show right there. Bam, boom. Really just not a fan of the art style. I continue to not be a fan. It has a very doodle, like it has this weird doodle style where it's weird. It's weird. It looks all so hand drawn and just weird looking, and I don't know. Like sometimes I'm really a fan of hand drawn, but like the characters look like this, like, the Not Too Late Show with Elmo. God. Yeah, I don't care about that one. The Runaway Bunny. Let's see what this Runaway Bunny is here. Hold on, let's go. There we go. Let me copy paste that into the Google bar. The Runaway Bunny. I don't know about, is this a preschooler? The Runaway Bunny. Cartoon Network? Cartoon Network? Maybe I gotta tip that. Network. Or is this it here? HBO Max Runaway Bunny is emotionally intense. I've never seen it. Never seen it. It looks very interesting. Was this based off of a kid's book? I don't know. The Runaway Bunny. Yeah, it looks like a kid's book. Very interesting. Theodicea. What the fuck is that? Theodicea, huh? Is this it? No, I don't think so. Theodicea. That looks cool. I don't know. Let's see. HBO. Let's type in HBO Max and see if that comes up. Theodicea. Theodicea. What the heck? HBO Max original. I've never heard or seen of this movie. You guys let me know if that's good. Tig and Seek. I've watched it. I did not think it was good. I did a review of this one and really just thought it was very middling. I think, what did I give it? A 5 or a 6 out of 10? I thought it was just okay. I think I watched the first 10 episodes of the show, and then I had, by that point, I had seen enough. The best character on the whole show, if I'm remembering his name, it's a penguin named like Pengle or something. Hold on, let me see. Pengle. He had a strawberry, or what was the situation with Pengle? Penguin. What was the name of that guy? Penguin? Pengle? I don't know. Yeah. The Prangle. Sorry, it's been a while. Yeah, I thought Prangle, even though he was a side character, literally stole the show. The other characters, Boss. What was it? Yeah, Boss, Maurizia the bunny. I think was she voiced by Wanda Skies? Yeah, I think so. And this character here, this Yeti looking guy, he had a very I remember him being like Australian or something, and he's like, "Oi, blokes, how's it going?" He had a very calming voice, very subtle and mellow guy. But overall, I didn't really care much for the show. Some people liked it. I really didn't like it. I honestly, I don't want to say, like, I think it was, yeah, I must have given it a 5, right? Like, I think it was just about even with, like, okay, like, it had a couple good jokes, but, like, maybe OKKO was better than this. Maybe, yeah. If I had to re-rank this show after, I'd probably give it a 5 or a 4, and no, maybe a 5. I did like Prangle. Prangle was at least pretty good. But like a lot of this show, literally, it felt like it was trying to be SpongeBob, but like it was never competent enough to do it. Like it couldn't get the quality of like something like SpongeBob. But yeah, what was the plot again? Like he's part of this like company where they like go and find things or something. I don't remember. It's been a while. You guys could go watch my review when I got a fresh take of it. Oh, thank God, Uncle Grandpa's gone. There's one good thing here, at least. Uncle Grandpa will not be able to rot the brain cells of the children of tomorrow. This is one of the worst shows every time I watch this, I feel like I literally lost brain cells. It really is that bad. It really is that. I don't know if I could even give this a 2. Like, I would give it a 1 out of 10 just for existing, you know? Giving something a 0 out of 10 is, that's not fair, right? It at least has decent animation, right? Well, they use a lot of live action cutouts or stock. They use a lot of stock images in the show. But the scenes that are animated are, they're not the worst. They're not the worst. So I will give this one a 1. Awful show. I never recommend that to anything. Victor and Valentino. Okay, now here's a show. I believe I watched either the first season or the first 2 seasons. I believe it got season 3. Yeah. I did see this show. I believe the voice of Steven does one of the. It was either Victor or Valentino. Maybe it was Valentino, or this guy's Victor, I think. Right? Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen it. But I thought the show was pretty interesting. But there was there's actually really cool like Mexican lore and stuff in here. But I don't know, guys. I don't. It never really held my interest. Like, I never came back for season 3. Like it was a fun little show. I enjoyed this show more than OKKO. I definitely think this was a better show than OKKO. I did enjoy the characters. The characters were not very. The side characters anyway were not very as memorable as OKKO's side characters. But I did really enjoy some of what I saw in this show. And I'm a big sucker for fairy. Maybe it's because of that. I feel like I'm biased. Whenever shows, show me some like new Mexican lore or like, some like weird legends from Mexico that you would never get translated into English or whatever. I'm a fan for that kind of stuff, like fairy tales and all that kind of stuff. I just like it. I really like all these like weird villains. They go up against a lot of weird characters, and I love that sort of thing. I'm a big fan of Ben 10 and all these kinds of action shows. So whenever you give me weird ass villains, I usually enjoy it. Just look at this guy. And Yabba Dabba Da. I actually watched the trailer for this one, weirdly enough. It's a weird like. I believe it starred Pebbles and Bam Bam. Yabba Dabba Dinosaurs. Yeah. The whole family was in it, but I think the focus was on Pebbles and Bam Bam. And I talked about this one. I really don't like. This is the trailer I watched. Even you could go back to my YouTube catalog and find it. I basically said I was really not a fan of this anime. This is really weird and low budget looking animation. Like, what the fuck? The original Flintstones put so much love into their show, and then just to have this garbage looking spinoff, it's just very sad. Very sad. Is that it? It's not over yet. It's not over yet. 12 days. Is there more? Oh, God. No. Ellen's Next Great Designer, Elliot from Earth, Dodo, Detention Adventure. What's Detention Adventure? 12 Dates of Christmas. Never seen that one either. And I guess we'll just look at this and just call it an end to the video. We've been going for like almost an hour. What is this? Detention Adventure. This looks weird, and I'm never going to watch it. I am never going to watch it. So very sad to see a lot of these shows going. Honestly, a lot of these were not very quality, in my opinion. They were very just middling, And I could see why a bunch of these are just getting axed and possibly never coming back. But it is sad. Like, I don't want these animations to disappear. So I do hope that like Warner at least put out DVD. Do us the favor, put out the DVDs. If you're not going to post them, if you're not going to host them on your streaming service, at least give us the DVDs and the Blu-rays, please. That's what I'm asking here. But yeah, this is a sad time to be a cartoon fan. A lot of great shows got canceled. A lot of great not so great shows got removed and got the axe. But overall, this is a detriment, right? This is not a good thing for animation. The other companies like Netflix and Disney Plus, they might start seeing that Warner Bros. Doing this, and they might follow suit. That's what happens whenever there's a big industry and one of the titans starts to fall. or make some changes, I should say, make some like big changes, right? The others start looking, and here's a great example, right? Here's a great example. Originally, none. No, I think it was Was it just Xbox was charging for their online, right? I have my Nintendo Switch here, but I don't have Nintendo Switch Online. I don't have that. It used to be back in the day, the Nintendo Wii was free. The Nintendo Wii U, which I have in my bedroom, was free. You could just play online with your friends. No hustle, no fight, no costs. You didn't have to pay a thing. It was free. And so same thing, PS3, it was, PS4, I believe they started charging, but it was a domino effect. First Microsoft, then Sony started charging, and once Nintendo saw that they were charging, they moved over for the Nintendo Switch. For the first time, we have to pay for their dog shit internet service. And I'm not a fan. Nintendo has the worst out of all of them, the worst online, good God. Or at least I'm in a very rural place here in Canada. It's very, a lot of trees, a lot of, so the internet here is tricky to come by, and I don't get the best connection, which is why I don't have it anymore. I did have it for like a little while, but this is what happens, right? The industry, they see the different changes that are occurring, and you might just see Netflix and the rest of them who aren't doing so well themselves. They're not doing so well themselves. All of these companies, streaming services, are not doing well, and you might see them follow suit to this bloodbath of Cartoon Network and HBO Max. Very disgraceful, very scary for the future, especially if you're a cartoon channel like me. Less things to talk about, Not a great time. Not a great time for anyone. Unless you really hate these shows. And I don't like some of these shows, but it sucks whenever people lose their job at the end of the day, right? Unless you're an absolute hater. I'm talking like you hated like every last one of these shows. Most people, it's going to be a loss for everyone, right? So not good, not great to see, and very concerning for the future. This has been a long video. I did not intend to go on for almost an hour. I'm so sorry about that. But please please share, please subscribe. I want to know all your comments down below. And please watch an ad for the channel to keep more discussions like this flowing. And again, I do bring you guys some weird articles where I talk about things that like all the other cartoon news channels are not talking about. I believe, I think I was actually one of the first to talk about Young Justice getting canceled. It's not coming back for a season 5. It's basically canceled. So yeah, I believe I was one of the first to talk about that, and one of the first to talk about My Adventures with Superman being safe. They have confirmed that it is not getting axed. So yeah, if you guys want more unique content like that, please let me know, and please subscribe, and please watch an ad. It all helps. It all helps. And that's going to be the end of the video. Peace out. Bye-bye. I'm surprised I was able to do this in one take. Wow, I did stutter a couple times there, but holy fuck. This was one take. Some of my videos, I do multi-takes, where it's like I screw up a bunch of times and I restart from beginning. No, this was just one take. Holy shit. That's it. The end. Bye-bye. Have a great time, or try to have a great time, even though some of you just lost your favorite show. Stay strong, folks. Or as that old, what was it? Dozaki's, the alcohol commercial. Stay thirsty, my friends. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.